particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
Well, being a
so
crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of money.
Come on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him.
So I wanted to talk about the video we just saw. If you don't know who that is, that's Lyor Cohen. He basically a music executive. He was in charge of 300 Entertainment. Before that, he was in charge at Def Jam back when Dame Dash and Jay-Z was at Def Jam. So he wanted to hire up music executives, basically running record labels. He done ran different record labels. And if you don't know, I think 300 Entertainment was who Young Thug and YSL was signed to. And you know, it's a lot of artists signed to 300 Entertainment. You can just look it up. So I wanted to talk about what he just said, because when I seen this reel, I was just on Instagram or some social media, and I ran into this, and I found it interesting because me being a hip hop fan, I've been hearing this since the early mid 2000s when I was a teenager, that basically it's always been this about rap. We know how ignorant rap is. We know rap talking about selling drugs, buying drugs, violence, and all of that type of stuff. So people always said that, always wonder, is it the artist's fault? Is it the fan fault? Or is it the music executives, the white people fault? So it was always this rumor that back in the day, around the early 90s, right after NWA and gangster rap started to pop up, that the music executives got together and said that this is a perfect idea. It's selling records and it's promoting violence, which would, of course, keep the Black community down. So they made an effort to start promoting and signing certain artists that spoke negativity, about the Black community and making them rich and promoting them. Because it's like basically a win-win. If you are a white supremacist or if you do believe in racism, that would be the most perfect thing to do is, okay, I can make money off of these Black people and I can get them to kill each other and talk about killing each other and spreading that message, to the community. That's a win-win. But of course, it's always been a rumor. There was a video back in the day where they was talking about, I'm not even gonna try to fuck it. This was like 2000, maybe 6, 7, that it was a video on YouTube and going out there where they was talking about the meeting and stuff like that. One of the people who was in the meeting, supposedly. But now watching this video is basically him telling, basically saying that it's the truth without telling the truth. Because just watch his body language, and a lot of stuff that Charlemagne does, I don't like, of course, like most people over the years, but I do give him credit. He is blunt and straightforward with people, and he tell it like it is, and he don't have no fear. And I give him credit because he straight up asked them, why would you promote an artist that, if you against it? Because in the clip, like he said, he think that the what does he say, that the opioid epidemic is the worst thing in America and drugs is the worst thing. And then Charlemagne said, so why would you promote an artist why would you sign an artist that promotes that if you think that is bad? And you could tell that he got mad. Like, why would you ask me that? I already answered that. So he already told on himself right there that he got caught up. And I give it to Charlemagne because he hit him blunt. You know, he basically had nowhere to go. So, and he told the truth. Like, what did he say? Talent over whatever he said. But basically, if it make me money, I don't care. Whatever makes me money, I don't care. Is basically what he said. So that goes to show you what he thinks and what a lot of course, most music executives think. Hey, if it make money, if it, you know, if it make dollars, it makes sense. And then I promise you that it is a certain point, like a certain part in them that they wouldn't let white artists do it. That's where the problem come in. I don't believe that if it was his son or somebody like him that was promoting all of the violence, and he wouldn't be allowing it. And that's where kind of the people like to say the racism or the, you know, that aspect comes from it, because it's like, you okay with black people, you know, promoting this and ruin their community? Are you wouldn't, you know, would you be okay with, you know, white people doing it to your community, basically? And that's basically the thing that you have to think about. But me personally, people are not gonna like my take on it, because when it comes to this, I always blame the fans. It's messed up to say, but I do believe this too, is that one part it could be racism or whatever, but a big part of it is just, what is it, communism is or whatever is the word I guess you want to use for it, or you know, it's about the money, and people do whatever make them money, good or bad. Because it could be a simple point that he might let, like, if there was white artists who, if there was a white artist who promoted violence and all of that, but he sold a lot of records, he probably still would sign them. We don't know. If it's really, he could just be, like you said, a businessman and about making money, and he don't care about feelings. So on that aspect, that's why I always said I blame the fans, because if the stuff didn't sell, if y'all didn't buy these records and watch all these videos and go to these concerts, it wouldn't be of them. Just like the NBA, the NFL. Without the fans, it's true. Without the fans, nothing exists. No product, no company exists without the customer. And customers don't never understand this, because y'all just basically become slaves to these people and don't know how to go without. People try to boycott stuff, but y'all never really boycott it, because a lot of people can never get on the same page, because there's always going to be, this is the problem also, there's always going to be the group of people who cares, like me, and you know, like some people who care about the community and care about the negativity that, you know, hip hop promotes, or certain people promotes and stuff like that, that we know that's promoting single motherhood and broken families, that's ultimately ruining the black community and murder, killing each other. It's always going to be us. But then it always shocked me. There is a large group of people who don't care, like who just only care about themselves, like don't care about the black community, don't care if people kill each other, don't care, like they just in it for themselves, and they just look at it like, you know, like it's entertainment, it's fun. Not everybody, like they say, is deeper, introspective. A lot of people just look at stuff on the surface level. So that's why when it comes to like hip hop, people don't, you know, they just look at it like, oh, you know, just, oh, it's just fun. You know, it's just the beat, don't really care about the words, it's just a vibe. And they don't really care about how it's affecting people. Or they might be the people who live in that life, who is selling drugs, killing people, doing it. And it's basically the soundtrack to their life. So that's basically is what they're out, you know, what they out there doing. So in that aspect, I can understand that, because that's another conversation on why you doing that in the first place and all of that. But the problem is that a lot of people who listen to hip hop don't even live that life. Like they say, because there's a lot of white suburban kids who listen to Chief Keef, listen to Young Thug, you know, like listen to stuff that they don't know at all. Just do it because it's cool. And that's where it really comes down to, is that we done promoted and made it ignorance become cool. And people don't, and it's funny because when you just straight up says this or just tell this to people, they don't want, you know, black people, they don't want to accept it. When you just straight up tell them that basically our culture has become ignorance and hood culture, street culture. They don't want to most black people don't want to live and own up to it and be real about it. That's our culture. Our culture is negativity, violence, hood movie. That's why hood movies is our favorite movies. Hood music is everything about negativity, gang this, shoot this, or everything that's ignorant is our culture. And we done made it look cool, which is dumb. Just like us shaming intelligence in the black community that's our culture. We don't nobody, when is the last time you heard somebody get celebrated for being smart in the black community? Like and you know all of the sayings that the black community got. We celebrate people getting out of jail more than we celebrate people graduating from college. Just like Big Meech is a big example. Black throwing a party for Big Meech, all of these black people happy, all of these hoes is happy. Somewhere there's a black man getting a PhD that just, started $1 million company. Where's the party for them? But, it would never be that, though. And for some reason, the black community don't understand, because I always said our biggest problem is, it's 3 big problems, but it all leads back to the same thing, which is the hood culture and street culture. It needs to be destroyed. And because when your culture, and it's cool to rob another black person, steal from rob, steal, the same thing, kill another black person. It's promoted. Black women always wonder why they single mothers, black men, not this, not that. But the culture and the music is literally saying, fuck this bitch, this bitch, bitches ain't shit. And y'all promote it and listen to it, because you will catch a black woman listening to hood music more than a black man nowadays. It'd be black women riding around listening to Future and Young Thug and all of this and street music just as much or more than men do. So you will catch men, which is crazy now how times they flip. You will catch men a lot of time listening to R&B and certain, and love music more so than the women. The women be straight on thug stuff. But then they turn around and get mad when they mess with a hood dude and they become single mothers and they forced to do it on their own. The relationship not working. Now it's niggas ain't shit. Then shit is all fucked up. But no, that's what you liked. That's what you was riding around listening to, niggas who thought like that. That was the niggas that you was attracted to. Why are you mad at, that's what be killing me. Why are you mad that you got what you wanted? You claim you like hood dudes, you like street dudes, you like the excitement. Why are you mad when you get the consequences of your actions? When a hood dude not supposed to be a husband. That goes against the whole street and hood mentality. Do you listen? So why are you mad that he got you pregnant and left you to be a single mother when you listen to a hood dude talk, you listen to these rappers talk, that's what they're telling you that they gonna do. And so, and then all it does, like I said, is hurt the black community. I already said this in plenty of videos. I didn't already say that was wrong with the black community, but it's a wheel. And like I said, whatever, y'all can feel the way you feel, it all starts with the black woman to me. She needs to be fixed. Tommy Sotomayor, I give him his credit. He was right when he broke down that the problem does start from the black woman. And let me explain it to you, because here goes the wheel. Why is it not the man's fault? And I'm pretty sure y'all done heard this before. So black woman, y'all control sex and who y'all and what black kids get born into this world. Because y'all could have had abortion, y'all choose who to open y'all legs for. So every black kid that's born, y'all had the choice, because you could just say, he could have wear a rubber or whatever. Y'all still, that's why y'all fight so hard for abortion. You didn't have to have that kid. So if you chose to, but I don't believe in abortion like a lot of black women say, that's still on you, because you know that you're going to bring this kid into the world without a father, and it's going to be hard for him. And you choosing to do that anyway. So black woman like the hood and street dude. He's exciting, listening to rap music. He can do this, do that, get pregnant by him. He leaves you because that's what he's supposed to do. You a single mother. I know y'all done heard the statistic on single mother, so many people that broke it down. Most of the people who in jail came from a single mother household. Most people in poverty, we already know. And it's common sense if you believe in God, because this is the problem with black women, and I'm really preaching right now. Most black women say they believe in God. Okay. So if you believe in God, you know that God created man and woman, and it takes a man and a woman to have a child. Why would you think a child doesn't need a man or a man doesn't need to be there when you needed him to get pregnant in the first place? Obviously, God said you need both in order to raise and have a child. So why would you think that you don't need a man? If that's the case, then you could be able to make your own self pregnant like Virgin Mary, like Mary. You know, obviously a man is needed. And most women do agree that boys need their father for discipline, and y'all can't teach a man how to be a man. Y'all know this, but y'all still do it anyway. So, and I always say, people, women hate when I say this. You not a good mother. The biggest way to prove that you a good mother is by picking your child a good father. Period. If you picking his father is showing if you're a good mother or not. All of that buying them stuff and being there, that don't matter. The most important decision you had to make was picking a father for your child, period. But anyway, back to the wheel. End up becoming a single mother, having to struggle, because this is the problem with single motherhood, which most single mothers know. Now you got to work all the time to provide for this kid, but now you're not able to watch your kid. So the streets end up watching them, or family members who don't really care, or when they get a teenager, they just outside with their friends, giving into peer pressure. That's what women don't understand. Y'all think, oh, I can raise this kid by myself. Y'all can provide, but then y'all not gonna be there. That's why the typical traditional stay-at-home wife, that's why all of that came from the back in the day, because they always realized that if you can't do two things at once, you can't raise your child and be at work providing for the child. That's why we said the man be at work to provide for the child, the woman be at home to watch the child. But now women forced to do both, which you can't do. So most of the time the child is being raised on its own, basically. So that end up happening. Then, like they said, y'all raise these kids. Like they would say, black men is terrible. Y'all the one that's raising us. Like, so that's y'all fault. So y'all basically saying that y'all not capable to raise kids, basically, because the ignorant, all of these kids y'all complain about, y'all the ones that y'all got full custody and control of these kids. So that means that y'all get to mold these kids the way that y'all want them to be, and y'all molded them to be hood dudes, street dudes, losers, and all the stuff that y'all saying. So that's why I said it's on the black woman, and that's what's killing the community. Because then that kid grows up, whether it's a girl or a boy. If it's a boy, he gonna be just like his dad, creating broken households or in and out of jail, whatever the case is. If it's a woman, she gonna have daddy issues, sleeping around with different men, seeking comfort from men, seeking attention from men, and the cycle continues. So I mean. I blame the fans, the people who buy, because if y'all stop buying it and promoting stuff that's positive, say we only gonna buy stuff that's positive, we only gonna support rappers like J. Cole and Kendrick. Record labels wouldn't have no choice but to sign them artists that promote that, because all of the hood rappers not gonna make them no money. They'll be losing money. So that is true too, is that they want to promote it. But at the same time, no company is going to do what's going to lose some money. And we the ones that give them the money. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's the fans' fault. Just like I said, it's not, at the end of the day, it's our fault. Sorry to say, mainly the black women fault that the black community is where it's at. Because at the end of the day, y'all control who y'all sleep with. And that's where it all starts from. Not from no white supremacy. Well, the reason why I always say this, the reason why black people is where they at right now, it started off because of white people. The reason why, of course, slavery, segregation is why we started at the bottom. But the reason why we're still at the bottom, 50 years since segregation, 100 years since slavery, is because of each other. It's because of, like I said, it always be to me, the hood and the street culture. Because y'all notice, why is it that the community that's at the bottom is the only community that promotes the most ignorant stuff? Imagine if a Jewish community and Asian community, their music was mostly kill each other and rob each other, and that was their mentality. All of their movies was about killing each other and robbing each other. Because of course, people like to say, "Oh, what about the Italians and what about all of this and all of that?" Y'all really don't understand is that black people, the majority, it's always a difference between all and the majority. And that's why I hate arguing with people, because if you don't know the difference between that, ain't no point in talking. Of course, all black people is not like that. Of course, there is white you know, like Slim Jesus, if y'all know who that is, the rapper, even though he said he didn't even live that life, he just did it because it was cool. Getting back to my point, you know, there is white gang members, you know, the Aryan Brotherhood or whatever, of course, but it's not their majority. For Black people, it's our majority. That's the problem. Majority of us is ignorant. Majority of us, I just got into an argument with somebody who said that majority of Black people don't live in the hood. And I hit him with this, and he ain't have shit to say. Just like ain't nobody gonna have nothing to say if you disagree with this. If majority of Black people didn't live in the hood, then why are Black people made fun of when they come from the suburbs then? Why are you called lame and all of that if you come from the suburbs? And why do people, Black people, all you hear in the music, all you hear is, you not real, you ain't from the hood. How is that true if majority of Black people not from the hood then? That don't even make sense. If majority of Black people was from the suburbs, then it wouldn't be Black people from the suburbs wouldn't be getting shamed like they do, because that's where majority of us is from. So it's like, kill all of that for real. So, and what is the hood? And I'm going to end it with this. What is the hood? Because I never understood what is, and I'm from the hood. If there's nothing good to celebrate from the poorest place, like the hood is the brokest place in America. It's the hood. So it's like, why am I celebrating and championing the brokest place in the most crime? So the most crime in the brokest place, you know, potholes everywhere, abandoned houses, like that's what I'm supposed to celebrate and win a claim and be glad about. Like that's what I'm supposed to be celebrating. You know, being broke and being, you like, come on, I'm out.